Good afternoon and welcome to today's Inclusion Works Lunch and Learn. Before we get started, here are a few reminders about the webinar. Please make sure you're using a computer or smartphone connected to the internet and the audio function is on and the volume is turned up. Please be sure your microphone is muted for the duration of the webinar. To ask questions, use the Q&A feature located on your control panel, and we will answer as many questions as time allows toward the end of the presentation. American Sign Language interpreters and closed captioning options are available for today's event. The American Sign Language interpreters for today are Susan King Lanier and Jenny Moorfield. For closed captioning options, select the closed caption feature located on your control panel. To adjust your video layout and screen view, select the View feature located in the top right-hand corner of your screen and choose the view that works best for you. Today's agenda topics include introductions and a presentation by Brandon Shannon Entertainment and an overview of the Empower to Work program. There will also be time for questions after the presentation. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to Claire Colligan, IDD Employment Lead for the IDD TBI and Olmsted section of the Division of Mental Health, Developmental Disabilities, and Substance Use Services.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks, Dina. I am so glad to welcome you all here to our Inclusion Works Lunch and Learn. This month is especially important to us as we celebrate the 80th anniversary of National Disability Employment Awareness Month. We have a lot of things going on this month to look back and look forward. And as we look to the future of employment for people with disabilities, we were able to celebrate all of the innovative things that are occurring in our state. Today, we are pleased to present Brandon Shannon, an entrepreneur who has built his business in the entertainment field. With Brandon today is his mom, Linda. And we are also grateful to have Sherelle Gales from Abound Health, who will tell us more about Empower to Work. So I would like very much to introduce you now to Sherelle Gales.
Thank you so much, Claire. We're so grateful to be here today to share with you all. My name is Sherelle Gales. I'm the Supportive Employment Manager for Abound Health. From the mountains to the coast, I help the North Carolina Clinical Leadership Team direct support professionals, clients, and job coaches with wraparound support for employer engagement, workforce development, and community inclusion. We're so excited to have Brandon Shannon from Brandon Shannon Entertainment here today.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brandon Shannon. And I'm the founder of Brandon Shannon Entertainment. Next slide, please. My business started out being only based on sports-related content with puppets, doing interviews with play-by-plays, broadcasters, and I learned great skills from them. I've been able to widen my interviews to other podcasters, puppeteers, and Abound staff. I also learned how to run the communication between social platforms and sending invitations on Microsoft Teams. Next slide, please. My website. I update it regularly with my new videos. Please scan the QR code to learn more about me and my great experiences and about me. Next slide, please. Here's an example of one of my videos, and it will be in the chat for you to look at. Yeah. And please like and subscribe and make a comment if you like. Next slide, please. Here's my professional message I send to all the broadcasters, play-by-plays, and Abound staff, and I let them know what the interview will be about. And this is the message I send them. Next slide, please. My business card is a way to connect with me. Feel free to share with others who are in the broadcasting, puppeteering, podcasting, and entertainment field. Next slide, please. CapCut and green screens. I learned how to put sound effects, animations on my pictures, intro and outro songs, learn how to split videos, make green screens, personalized for the person being interviewed. Next slide, please. Thank you for listening. Are there any questions?
Thank you so much, Brandon. And now we'll have a testimonial from Linda Shannon. Whenever you're ready, Linda, thank you so much for being here today.
Hey, thank you, Sherelle. I appreciate you inviting me. My name is Linda Shannon, and my son Brandon Shannon is a courageous puppeteer, voice actor, and founder of Brandon Shannon Entertainment. In July 2022, the Empower to Work program supported employment manager Sherelle Gales assisted Brandon with the creation of his YouTube channel, BC60, with host Ben Cole. BC60 is a sports podcast that provides sports updates and virtual interviews hosted by Ben Cool and other puppets, and face-to-face interviews hosted by Brandon. The interviews are conducted with sportscasters, entrepreneurs, a college basketball coach, professional filmmaker, director and puppeteer, an author and momager, and the following Abound employees: the CEO, support employment manager, and psychologist. The Empower to Work program assisted Brandon by opening doors to annual community events to co-host and perform with his puppets. Effective February 17th, 2025, with the guidance of a support employment supervisor, Jasmine Abel, he received training on innovative techniques with social media and coaching to boost interview skills. I would like to share with you 5 important facts regarding how utilizing the Support Employment Center through the Empower to Work program with Jasmine has enhanced Brandon's skills, highlighted his strengths, and produced growth in areas in which he had no experience. The work performed through the program has provided opportunities for Brandon to showcase his gifts and talents as a podcast host, puppeteer, and voice actor. The patience, wisdom, knowledge, and training Jasmine provides has extremely increased the progress of BC60. As a result, his dream to be the first sports podcast hosted by a puppet is moving forward rapidly. Number 1, BC60 performed the first virtual interview with host Ben Cool on May 27, 2025. Number 2, BC60 performed the first face-to-face interview with Brandon as the host on July 30th, 2025. Number 3, Jasmine's coaching and teaching methods have reinforced and enriched Brandon's reciprocal communication to provide a social glue to promote polished and fluid interactions during the interview process. Number 4, BC60 views on YouTube before training from Jasmine were less than 1,000. Currently, the views are over 7,800. Number 5, Brandon has learned how to create links to set up virtual meetings on Microsoft Teams, to conduct virtual interviews on BC60, create messages to collaborate with potential guests for BC60, and edit interviews.
Thank you so much, Linda. We greatly appreciate your parent testimonial and all that you do behind the scenes for Brandon Shannon Entertainment.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
And now, before I go into my slides, SE Supervisor Jasmine Abel has a quick testimonial in regards of the new SE Training Center at Idlewild. Thank you, Jasmine.
Hi, everybody. Glad you guys could be on today. So I'm the support employment supervisor here at Abound. And my role is basically centered around building opportunities for people to have the tools when they are starting to look for jobs and continue to make sure that they are ready. We have a restaurant area, we have a storefront area, a podcast room, which we are in now. And we also have cubicles where people are able to use the computers and look for jobs and work on resumes. So we are able to continue to help people build their skills for jobs now that we have this great building for SE.
Thank you so much for sharing, Jasmine. We greatly appreciate everything you're doing at the Charlotte Idlewild SE Training Center. And now I'll go into my Empower to Work presentation. Next slide, please. What is supportive employment? Supportive employment is a service that helps individuals seek meaningful, inclusive employment opportunities, Obtain jobs in competitive integrated employment, and you'll see that notated as CIE. Maintain job success through on-the-job supports and coaching. Increase or advance in their current roles, and start their own business, such as Brandon, through self-employment supports. Next slide, please. What is competitive integrated employment, CIE? CIE means working in a community alongside employees without disabilities, earning at least minimum wage for the work performed, receiving the same workplace benefits and opportunities as others in the same job, and being fully included in the workplace environment and culture. Next slide, please. We'd like to share this video through Inclusion Works.
Everyone should have the opportunity to work in a job that they love. In North Carolina, some people with disabilities work in jobs that are separate from others without disabilities and make less money. However, new programs are available for individuals to succeed working in community-based jobs alongside others when they choose to do so. Today, we'll talk about inclusive jobs, jobs where everyone, no matter their ability, has a chance to work and grow. Equity means giving everyone what they need to succeed. It's not about giving everyone the same thing. It's about giving each person what will help them do their best work. Sometimes jobs are made just for someone's unique skills. This is called customized employment. It means creating a job that fits what the person is able to do and what the workplace needs. With customized employment, everyone can find the right job for them. In inclusive workplaces, people with and without disabilities work as a team. No one is separated, and everyone has the chance to move up to higher-level roles. It also means the job pays everyone a similar amount of money if they are doing the same kind of work. Hiring people with disabilities is not just good for employees, it's also good for employers and the community. Businesses with employees with disabilities often see improved teamwork, more creativity, and employees who are happier with their jobs. Customers like to support business that provide opportunity for all. When businesses hire people with disabilities, it creates a more diverse and connected community for everyone. To help people succeed, employers can provide support. This might include things like special desks, screen readers, picture-based instructions, or communication tools like sign language interpreters or live captioning. These supports, called accommodations, make it possible for everyone to do their job well. It's not just about tools. It's about creating a workplace where everyone feels like they belong. Employers should also teach all employees about how to work together and support each other. Workplaces need to make sure everyone feels safe and treated with respect. This means not allowing bullying or unfair treatment of anyone, no matter their ability. Some people worry that working could make them lose important benefits, like health care or money from the government. But there are ways to keep your benefits while you work. It's helpful to talk to a counselor who can explain your options. Inclusive jobs are about more than just having a job. They help people feel valued and give them the chance to grow, contribute, and succeed. In North Carolina, we believe everyone should have the chance to work in a job of their choice that fits their skills and goals. For general information about North Carolina's efforts to increase inclusive job opportunities, visit the Inclusion Works website. For employment toolkits and
Next slide, please.
check out Work Together.
CIE is for everyone. All North Carolinians can work in CIE with the right job supports in place. CEI does not include sheltered or non-integrated work settings, jobs paying less than minimum wage, or positions that have no opportunity for advancement. Next slide, please. Why competitive integrated employment matters. It helps individuals connect with others, boost confidence, build skills, increase stability, improve overall health. Working and earning money opens doors to new opportunities such as living in your own place, having more choices about how to spend your free time, and access to other opportunities that positively impact your life. Next slide, please. One of the things we really try to focus on is employer engagement to help with retention of job career placements, being able to support ongoing communication with clients and employers, discuss job performance and feedback regularly, identify and coordinate future training needs if necessary, and foster a positive collaborative relationship to ensure success. Next slide, please. These are some resources that we're going to share shortly in our live demo, but this right here is our Empower to Work form. You can use the QR code to reach out to our team for any resource sharing, anything that we can help support with wraparound or service understanding. Next slide, please. Our Empower to Work Basecamp, which I'll be doing a demo of shortly. This is our resource inclusive database that helps with any phase of employment, community transition resources. So if you can use the QR code and or the link, we will definitely love you to join our platform as well. Next slide, please. And this is our Empower to Work SE Flipbook. This just helps you understand what services are provided through Abound, outside of how you can get services in regard, and also it helps support any service understanding, benefits counseling, and additional resources. Thank you for dropping all those in the chat and sharing those QR codes. Next slide, please. And if you need any support, please reach out to se@aboundhealth.com or Sherelle.Gales@aboundhealth.com. And now I'd like to go into our Empower to Work resource database to give you all a live demo. If someone can give me a thumbs up just to make sure everyone can see the screen. So this is our Empower to Work Basecamp. So Basecamp is a client relationship management software tool that we've been able to create a safe space for clients across North Carolina to share resource, employment leads, and share with community stakeholders. So once you do the form via the QR code or the Microsoft form link, you will be manually added into Basecamp. Because it's a direct CRM platform, I did want to say when you get the first link, please check your spam. And if you need assistance behind the scenes, please reach out to those 2 emails. And I can also do a live demonstration for your team and or help out with any resources that you need or want to add. So I'm going to go through first and show you what Basecamp looks like when you first join. So how we've had it set up is we have a employment board, a volunteer board, an Empower to Work resource database, a chat feature, and a schedule feature. So what I'm going to do first is show you more about our employment board. So what we've been able to do with support with employers and community stakeholders across the state is add leads into Basecamp to help with inclusive hiring. So what you'll see now, and we did a refresh as of this month, is to help with sharing regions and or if it's a corporate organization in the chat, you can be able to go to the direct link to see what's available in your area. So when we get community leads, whether it be from employers or our direct Abound Health team, you will see us add these leads here. And you can also use the chat feature in the employment board to ask any further questions or set up any direct consultations to support learning about any of these directly. So I'll just share some of these real quick so you can see. And because we know that sometimes there might be individuals with day support services or community networking looking into employment, we also wanted to share a volunteer board from feedback received from our form. So what we've been able to do is also across the footprint in North Carolina, have some volunteer leads and be able to share in regards of people interested in employment, just so they can be able to job shadow and have that interest and then hopefully transition into the supportive employment service. So I'm going to scroll down just so you can see some of those volunteer board leads as well. Next, I would like to share with you our chat feature. So whether you're an employer, a community stakeholder, a partner of ours, we'd love for you to share anything that's happening across the state of North Carolina, whether it's an event, a meetup, anything that we can share to provide self-advocacy opportunities. So for instance, today we're actually on our Empower to Work Inclusion Works call. So we dropped that flyer. We also have a Empower to Work challenge. So we continue to share highlights such as Brandon and testimonials from our staff and parents, just to make sure we can highlight all the great work happening across the footprint, and just to be able to show those testimonials, because we feel like that has such a meaningful touch in regards of showing different opportunities and how employment works for different individuals. And then coming up on October the 30th, we actually have a job club that's open to all community stakeholders. It's not just internal to Abound, it's external as well. So if anyone, whether they be a self-advocate, a job coach, direct support professional, a community stakeholder, an employer, we offer this up to anyone as a safe space as well, just to talk about ideas, trends that's happening in North Carolina, and ways that we can continue to advocate. And then, for instance, our service journey navigation, we have community partners such as Employment Source or Service Source that helps us with our benefits counseling. So please feel free to drop anything in our shared chat, just so we can know what you're up to in the community and we can be able to engage and share with outreach. And then, because we do have a schedule event feature, similar to what you saw, we schedule any events for our community stakeholders. And also, if you have events, you can drop them on the calendar, add the additional links to support registration and accessibility to join. So what I'm really looking forward to is sharing our Empower to Work resource database with you all. So with our community partners, Inclusion Works, Work Together NC, Vocational Rehabilitation, which is now Employment for Independence for People with Disabilities, we've been able to share resources to help with every phase of employment. So I'm going to go over some of the folders so you understand how to use the resource, and additional questions and answers at the end of the demo in case you'd like to learn more. So one of the features that we've added outside of the calendar is for anyone that also wants to drop flyers for us to share in our community group. So you'll see some of those internal and external flyers here for partnerships that we've done this year. We have a client-focused resources. So we work in hand with Work Together NC. So I did want to highlight this robust employment toolkit. So what we have done from their website is break it down by each folder. So I'll just use the first phase, getting to know myself, as an example to share with you all today. So what you'll see for the employment toolkit and getting to know myself, community stakeholders and partners got together through the Work Together NC Employment Alliance, and were able to create these resources with feedback through the Work Together NC partnership. So what happens is clients and job coaches can be able to download this directly and be able to use it for accessibility when learning per phase. So I'm going to scroll through slowly so you can see. We try to make everything accessible, including PECs, making sure that there's work interests and skills inventories, work support needs, formal supports, and everything that's in blue is hyperlinked, so it'll go to the direct websites as well to help with wraparound. And it's such a robust checklist. Informal supports, and this is more focused on workplace settings, universal design, and job accommodations. And then, of course, learning and working styles, communication styles. It's very important with informed choice and person-centeredness to make sure we're focusing on what the client wants and needs. And then at the end, there's a portfolio for them to share and then be able to use this as an ongoing resource. And then all of these, like I said, have the links to the Work Together NC website and the drop in the chat for the folder. So you can be able to use all of these directly. And we also added the inclusive hiring video that we shared earlier in the PowerPoint for everyone to use as well. We got a lot of feedback around apprenticeships. So we made sure to add the Apprenticeships North Carolina website and information for the drop. Our external, internal community stakeholders. This is also a separate flyer that will be dropped in the chat just so you have access to join Basecamp platform directly. We also dropped our benefits counseling resource. We know in North Carolina, benefits counseling is important in every phase of employment. So we wanted to share the Inclusion Works WIPA contacts and also the Service Source contacts that we partner with. And just to highlight, because it's a newer resource this year, wanted to share quickly, Disability Benefits 101. This is a website platform that North Carolina has to where you can basically do automation of questions to be able to get benefits counseling. So I want to make sure everybody has this resource outside of having contact for a benefits counselor directly to help answer questions for any phase of employment, to help you with SSI, SSDI questions, any public benefits, just to make sure you know what you're making and can be able to pull that report so you have accurate information. We've also had a drop for disability history. We also like to share other websites outside of Indeed for employment websites. So 3 of the ones that we like to use internal are NC Works, nccareers.org, and Career One Stop. We have further information for EIPD VR as well. And this is just an internal flyer. If you're interested in services with Abound, it goes to our Empower to Work form that was shared earlier. Inclusion connects. So we know when we're looking at whole person care, we want to make sure that everyone has resources, whether it be community living guide or help support with transitions. So we did drop this here. It's very robust, but wanted to make sure that everybody had resources for Inclusion Connects as well. Inclusion Works. So we shared the supportive employment overview that was shared previously. There's Inclusion Works data in regards of a summary, and it's really a good portrait of what's happening across the state of North Carolina. And also there is a path to CIE. So this basically when you drop down for the download, and I'll share what it kind of looks like here, you're able to ask questions in regards of what a client's pathway looks like for CIE. So it guides you through the questions, and you can be able to, at the end, to share this with your teams in regards to interest with competitive integrated employment. So I wanted to make sure everybody had this resource. It's very great and robust. And we're really excited. We've been doing a lot of great work with Work Together NC in regards of their IDD Inclusive Employment Alliance. Here's all the resources shared for employers that might be on the call. We would love for you to be able to take the IDD inclusive training to be a part of the Work Together NC inclusive hiring process, and also get a placard for a sticker that goes on your business outside of being highlighted on the Work Together NC website as well. In the Job Accommodation Network, one resource I would like to actually go to the website and share is their A to Z Disabilities and Accommodations resource. We use this a lot, not only with clients, job coaches, and the treatment team, but with employers. Due to ADA accommodation and job coaches being the accommodation for our clients, sometimes we have to help employers understand the service understanding for the wraparound support for the job coach to be on site, and also help support some work-related functions and limitations. So I'll use for an example, and it has all disabilities outside of IDD as well. Just wanted to highlight that. But we'll use autism as an example. So when we're talking to clients or employers and trying to figure out how to best support them on the site for retention, this website, the Jan Job Accommodation Network, actually lists all the limitations that might be needed, and we'll use managing time as an example. So when we're on site, we might have clients that have applications on their phone to help with remembering breaks or their task analysis. And this program actually gives you full privilege to those website links and drops, and also gives you some feedback in regards of task flow charts, task analysis, written prompts, verbal cues, and this also helps with goal implementation for your treatment plan with the team. So I always like to highlight this when we're doing demos, just to share this great resource through Jan. And then also, due to environmental factors, you can see some work-related functions. So whether it's air quality, communication, light, noise, policy, stress, we want to make sure that we can help the client be most successful when applying and or retaining a job in the community. NC Able. So NC Able is an organization through the State Treasury's office that actually helps individuals save for the future. We've been doing some sessions with them as a community partner, so we were able to share the most recent PowerPoint update for 2025 here. And then if there's any questions around connecting with NC Able or any resource consultations, we can help support connecting with the liaison to help set up those in regards of any feedback or access to creating NC Able accounts to help save for the future. And because we know outside of transitioning for adulthood, we want to make sure people have opportunities for post-secondary education. So we've shared the Work Together NC's post-secondary education toolkit per phase, similar to what we shared for the employment toolkit. I'll use this one as an example so you can see. So what's next college? And then similar to the employment toolkit, it'll break down things that you need to think of, interest inventories, colleges you might be interested, just to help with that flow and support to be able to further educate. And I love how this is laid out as well. And we're really excited because we've had quite a few clients across North Carolina be able to focus on not only community jobs, but building their own self-employment micro enterprise. So we wanted to make sure that we shared resources from the Small Business Center Network, Business in North Carolina, NC Small Business Association, the North Carolina Small Business and Technology Development Center, and that's known as SBTDC. You'll see a lot of those in your local community colleges. You can go to those free at no cost to be able to help support your business plan and any resource allocation for not only starting, growing, but thriving your business. The National Disability Institute Small Business Hub, Verizon Business, they have a lot of resources and funding for individuals with disabilities to start their business. And then we also added the self-guided business assessment. And then I did want to highlight here that LME MCOs or tailored plans across the state. We had a client that received the Trillium Health Resources Small Business application, so I did drop this here. And then I'll be working on this month adding the rest of the tailored plans information, just so anyone who's across the state can have additional funding to start their business as well. Due to the current climate, I didn't want to be remiss in saying that we want to make sure individuals know if they are transitioned or let go from their job, that they can apply for unemployment resources. So we wanted to make sure that they had the information for the North Carolina Department of Commerce and also the process of how to support getting unemployment. So we added this brochure here, and it also can link to the website to be able to get more information to set up a consultation to get unemployment benefits while you're in discovery looking for a new job. And along with our volunteer board, we also have some resources for regional and Charlotte-based volunteer, and then also sharing a really great resource, Volunteer Match. It's been very successful for us internally to be able to support clients who are interested but not ready to start employment. So I did want to share that resource as well. And then WISE, through Inclusion Works, WISE was granted money in regards of helping supportive employment professionals with further education. So one of the things that's actually coming up is the WISE Online Academy 100 series. So if you're a supportive employment provider looking to support your job coaches with an additional ACRE certification that is notated nationally, you can be able to register via this flyer. And this drop goes to the link, and you can register that for free through North Carolina. I will say that there is a cutoff, so make sure if you're interested to do that in real time, just to make sure that we can continue to grow education around customized employment options across the North Carolina footprint. And then also preferred providers, which we'll continue to share. I know that as of 2026, there'll be another grant opening, but also with WISE and Inclusion Works, they have a provider innovation program. So this year, 4 providers were chosen. And then in, I think, spring of 2026 will be the next opening for the application for the next 4 providers to be chosen. So just want to make sure that we highlight WISE and Inclusion Works partnership in regards of helping with technical assistance and further training for innovation and making sure we have best practice in North Carolina. Then I'm going to go back out so y'all can see this as well. So overall, with our employment board, our volunteer board, our Empower to Work resource database, our chat, and our schedule, we're creating a safe space not only for Abound clients, but for all clients across North Carolina, community partners, employers to stay engaged and help support leads for inclusive hiring. So we would love for you to join our Empower to Work resource database and be able to help share leads and or community partnerships to just help with collaboration across the footprint. And once you do join, I did want to add as well, you will be able to see all project activity that's been done since the initiation of Basecamp for Empower to Work. So if you have any questions on anything that you see dropped, any chats, anything that's going on, you can literally see that in real time as well. And what we are able to do through our Empower to Work resource database campaign is to help support consultations. So we look forward to continuing this partnership with Inclusion Works and also helping support clients with informed choice and opportunity for employment. Thank you for letting me share the Empower to Work resource database today.
Sorry about that. I was having some technical difficulties getting back on. I want to, first of all, I want to thank Brandon for sharing this innovative approach to his business. I, for one, love the idea of using puppets. I think that's a great way to reach people. Of course, a big thank you to Sherelle. The work you've done here is an incredible resource. It feels like you've thought of almost everything a person looking for employment might need, and you put it all in one accessible location. So congratulations on this amazing work. I know it's going to be helpful for so many people. Also, I want to, let's check and see if we have questions so far. I see a few. And when we finish with those that are in the Q&A box, feel free to raise your hand and we'll have you come off mute if you have additional questions. So let us go to that right now. And let's see. So the first one we have is from Judy and Liz. And she says, I am only aware of IOI available for individuals with complex learning and communication needs in the Cherokee and Clay counties. Is Abound open to providing more support work in our area?
So Judy and Liz, that is something that we actually are thinking about. There's some grants in regards of helping the Cherokee tribal nations outside of, we are across the state of North Carolina. So I know my contact information was dropped in the chat. If you want to send me a direct email to see how we can collaborate and or share resources, I would love to set up that consultation to help support anyone across the state of North Carolina.
All right, thank you. I don't see any more questions in the chat. Does anybody in the audience, would you like to raise your hand and we can have you come off mute if you do have additional questions?
Nope, I think I see one more. Is this
I see
program
another
for
one. Yeah,
level?
this is from Marilyn. And she wants to know if this program is for level 1 autistic folks.
So our program is for all individuals, regardless of diagnosis and disability. We want to make sure we can serve any individual for their interest or preference. So we serve all clients across North Carolina. Thank you for asking.
A great question. Any other questions that people would like to touch on while we're still here? All right. Again, if you need to just raise your hand and we'll have you come off mute. So in the meantime, I have a few other things I would like to just touch base on. If we can see the next slide, please. Okay. We want to make sure that, as always, everyone who comes to these Lunch and Learn, these webinars, we're always excited to have more involvement from the community. We're always excited to make sure that we're covering things that people really want to know. And so if we can see the next slide, I want to make sure you have access to some things. We have an Inclusion Works Advisory Committee. This is a working group that we have individuals, families, advocates, providers, people from all across the state who perform many, many duties that impact people trying to get employment. We're always looking for more people with lived experience to be part of this group. It meets on the third Tuesday, every 3 months at 11. If you're interested, please reach out to me. And in addition, we have a quarterly community meeting, which is open to everyone in the public. And that meeting is actually the one that's on October 21st. So please let us know if that's something that you would like to be part of, and we will make sure you get included in that. In the next slide. We have another slide, I think. Yes, okay, excellent. So if you'd like to come to these bi-monthly Lunch and Learns, we try to have a lot of interesting things. We have a lot of people who have experience working themselves. And as you saw today, Brandon brought us an amazing presentation. You can also come to the Inclusion Works website. We update that fairly regularly. Our new strategic plan is on that website, and we want everybody to see that, look through that, and get a hold of us and ask us questions if we can help in any way. And finally, join the mailing list, get our community updates, and continue to be involved in the work that Inclusion Works is doing. Next slide. I think that's it. Okay, I want to hand it over to Dina Reynolds, and I appreciate so much everyone who's here today attending, and I really appreciate Brandon and Sherelle. Dina, it's all yours.
Thank you, Claire. The recording and presentation slides for today's event will be posted on the Inclusion Works website. The link is included in the chat. There will be a brief survey following today's webinar, and we would appreciate your time completing it. This concludes our Lunch and Learn for today. Thank you for attending.